Hi, my name is Kelly Burgess, and I'm the Extension Agent for Family Consumer Sciences with the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service in Allen County. If this is the first video of the series that you're tuning into, I'm sharing ideas of ways that you can use the resources that you received in your goodie bag from the Community Early Childhood Council of Allen, Logan, and Simpson counties as parents to really maximize these resources to help your child get ready for kindergarten. This is probably the most fun video in the series, at least as far as what the items are. So probably some of your child's favorites is Play-Doh. So you received two colors of Play-Doh in your bag, as well as a squishy football from the University of Kentucky Extension Service Nutrition Education Program. So aside from the obvious, of course, we all know that we can toss a football back and forth. We can play with Play-Doh all day long with our kids. But how do we maximize these activities to help them get ready for kindergarten readiness? If you missed the first video in the series, I encourage you to go back and watch that because I outline the 5 areas of kindergarten readiness. And so you'll really see how using these resources can contribute to multiple of those areas to get your child ready to grow, learn, and play and be successful. So the first activity I'd like to talk about is with our football. So while it's tempting, like I said, to just start throwing it back and forth, maybe you do that to get the wiggles out first, but we can really practice engaging all of our senses with this football. You might ask your child what color it is. This is a naming activity that contributes to their general knowledge skills. You can also have them smell it and describe what it smells like. Maybe they name something else that smells similarly to the football. You can also have them describe the texture of the football. So this is a way to practice their language skill development by seeing, will they say that it's bumpy? Will they say that it's rough? Will they say that it's sticky? So helping them expand their vocabulary, or even you as a parent asking them, is the football smooth or bumpy? That helps the child make decisions and practice describing things and developing their sentences. So like I said, those are all activities that we can do with our football before we even get started. Another thing that I'd like to talk about is our gross motor activities, or our larger movements. So for children, we all have part of our brains called the corpus callosum, which is a big word that means it's something that connects the right side of your brain to the left side of your brain. And for kids, this is still developing. So they tend to think on one side or the other. So any activities that we can do with our children that help them to cross sides over, even something like reaching to the opposite side or bending across, we really can think across our bodies side to side, across our bodies up and down, so like bending at the waist. Any of those that crosses a plane, if you will, or even side, let's see, front and back is the other one. So the forward and back really accomplishes 2 things. So try and do some of those activities with your football. Maybe have your child put it from hand to hand, or maybe encourage them to throw it over to the other side. Get creative with this. Of course, a general benefit of using this football is that you can increase your physical activity, which contributes to the general health and wellness component of kindergarten readiness. You might have your child skip 2 times and then throw the football, or maybe they're gonna walk the football and place it down in different places. So really there's so many ways that you can use the football. You can also practice mathematics skills by tossing it back and forth between maybe a parent or caregiver and the child, and having the child count or keep up with how many times the person has caught it, and see how high of a number you can get. So those are just a few ways to play with the football that will really contribute to maximizing your child's kindergarten readiness. One more that I just thought of is that you can have your child squeeze the football. So kind of like a stress ball or a stress reliever, you can practice squeezing the ball, and that'll help develop their fine motor skills in their hands for writing and other activities like that as well. Okay, on to the Play-Doh, which is probably everybody's favorite item. Of course, when we're using Play-Doh, aside from it just being fun, we're also developing the muscles in our fingers, our forearms, and all of this helps contribute to your child's ability to write, to cut things with scissors, to glue. So all of those fine motor skills can be practiced with Play-Doh. Something else that I suggest that you could do is maybe take the Play-Doh with your child and roll it into several balls, however many you want, and then have the child count them. Count the balls, or you could shape them into different shapes, maybe make some squares, some circles, some triangles, and then have your child try and group them according to shape. Like I said, you also have 2 colors of Play-Doh, so you could have your child group them by color and by shape for an added challenge. Something else that you can do is to ask your child about a fruit or vegetable that is the color of the Play-Doh. So maybe they would say an orange, maybe they would say a carrot. So just getting your child to think about those healthy foods, the more they think about it, the more likely they are to want to try those foods, and that'll contribute to their general health and wellness also. So hopefully this video has given you a few fresh ideas for how you can use the football and the Play-Doh to help your child become kindergarten ready.